Welcome back to my channel, Learning English Level 3. I'm so excited to have you here today. In this video, we're going to explore something powerful that can change your life. The power of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind has a profound influence on how you think, act, and achieve your goals. By understanding how to harness its power, you can improve your life in many ways, from learning English to achieving personal success. This video will break down the concept of the subconscious mind and provide you with 5 lessons and 3 motivational stories to help you unlock its full potential. Whether you're here to improve your English or simply grow as a person, this video will give you the tools you need to succeed. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Your support means a lot and helps keep the channel going. Now let's dive into the amazing world of the subconscious mind. Lesson 1. First, let's understand what is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is an incredibly powerful force that governs much of your behavior, thoughts, and habits. While your conscious mind is actively aware of what you're doing, deciding what to wear, what to eat, or where to go, the subconscious mind works quietly in the background, influencing your actions and thoughts without your direct awareness. It's like an invisible force, a computer processing and storing all your experiences, beliefs, and learned behaviors. This force shapes how you respond to the world and even how you interpret situations, but most of it happens automatically. Think of the subconscious mind as a storage center. It keeps track of all the experiences, memories, and emotions you've had, from childhood to present. When you face similar situations in life, your subconscious automatically recalls past experiences and uses them to guide your actions, whether you're aware of it or not. Understanding the power of the subconscious is key to unlocking your potential. It's where your beliefs are formed, where your habits are created, and where your actions often originate. What you believe about yourself, the world, and your capabilities is largely shaped by your subconscious mind. In fact, it's the part of your mind responsible for over 90% of your daily decisions and habits. So, if you want to change the way you think, feel, or behave, it's essential to understand how to communicate with and influence this powerful part of your mind. Why the subconscious mind is important. It controls your habits. Most of your daily activities, whether you realize it or not, are guided by your subconscious mind. Activities like brushing your teeth, driving a car, or walking down the street have become automatic because they have been programmed into your subconscious over time. This is why you can perform these tasks without thinking much about them. It shapes your beliefs. Your self-image and beliefs about the world are not consciously chosen but are formed by past experiences. If you grew up in a supportive environment, you may have a positive belief system about yourself and the world. But if you face difficulties or criticism, your subconscious mind may have formed negative beliefs that limit your potential. These beliefs can influence your actions, either empowering you or holding you back. It guides your decisions. Every decision you make, whether small or large, is influenced by your subconscious mind. It draws upon past experiences and learned behaviors to guide you. For instance, if you've had positive experiences with something, your subconscious will make it easier for you to make decisions that align with those positive memories. On the other hand, if something has caused you pain or fear, your subconscious mind may make you avoid those situations, often without you even realizing why. Example story 1. Sarah had always struggled with public speaking. The thought of standing in front of an audience made her stomach turn, even though she was knowledgeable about her subject. Her fear of speaking in public was deeply rooted in her subconscious, shaped by past experiences of feeling embarrassed during presentations at school. No matter how much she practiced or prepared, she would get nervous, her hands would shake, and her words would falter. One day, Sarah decided to change her approach. Instead of focusing on her fear, she started visualizing herself speaking confidently. Every night before bed, she would close her eyes and imagine herself standing before a large audience, speaking clearly and with confidence. She pictured herself smiling, answering questions with ease, and receiving applause at the end. Slowly, this mental rehearsal began to influence her subconscious mind. She started to feel more comfortable in similar situations, and her anxiety began to fade. Soon, Sarah had the opportunity to speak at a professional conference. This time, she wasn't filled with dread. She walked onto the stage, feeling calm and confident. As she began speaking, she realized that the confidence she had visualized was becoming a reality. The more she practiced this visualization technique, the more she began to trust in her abilities. Sarah's subconscious mind, once filled with fear and doubt, had been reprogrammed to support her goal of becoming a confident speaker. Example story 2. Tom had always struggled with self-doubt, especially in his career. Deep down, he didn't believe he was good enough to achieve the success he wanted. He had a subconscious belief that he wasn't as capable as his colleagues, which held him back from taking on leadership roles and pursuing bigger opportunities. This belief was so ingrained that it affected his behavior. He would hesitate when asked to lead projects or make decisions, even though he had the skills and experience. One day, Tom realized that he needed to change his mindset if he wanted to move forward in his career. He began practicing positive affirmations every morning, repeating phrases like, "I am capable of achieving success," and "I am worthy of leadership." First it felt strange, but he stuck with it. Over time, his subconscious mind started to believe these affirmations. He found himself taking on more responsibilities at work, speaking up in meetings, and stepping into leadership roles without hesitation. His belief system shifted from one of limitation to one of empowerment, and as a result, his career began to flourish. What Tom experienced was the power of consciously reprogramming his subconscious mind. By changing his inner dialogue, he was able to change his actions, which led to a transformation in his professional life. Example story 3. Anna had struggled with procrastination for years. No matter how hard she tried, she always found excuses to avoid starting tasks. Whether it was schoolwork or personal projects, she would delay until the last possible minute. This habit frustrated her, and she knew it was holding her back. Anna's subconscious mind had created an automatic pattern of procrastination, and breaking it seemed impossible. After learning about the power of the subconscious, Anna decided to approach the issue from a different angle. She began practicing visualization techniques. Each day, she would imagine herself completing tasks with ease and enjoying the sense of accomplishment afterward. She pictured herself sitting down to work, focusing intently, and finishing her tasks ahead of schedule. Anna repeated this mental exercise every morning, planting positive images of productivity in her subconscious mind. Within weeks, Anna noticed a shift. The thought of procrastination didn't hold the same power over her. She began tackling tasks as soon as they were assigned, feeling a sense of satisfaction as she completed them ahead of time. Her subconscious mind, once programmed to avoid tasks, now supported her efforts to be more productive and focused. Anna's transformation was a direct result of her effort to reprogram her subconscious mind. By changing the way she visualized her work habits, she was able to break free from the cycle of procrastination and build new, healthier habits. Lesson 2. How the subconscious mind influences your emotions. The subconscious mind is deeply connected to your emotions, plays a major role in shaping how you feel about situations, people, and experiences based on past memories. Every emotion you feel, whether it's joy, fear, or anger, has roots in your subconscious. It's like a storage unit that keeps all your emotional experiences, some of which you may not even remember consciously. Many of the emotional reactions we have are automatic. When faced with certain triggers, your subconscious mind automatically recalls past experiences that led to similar emotions. These emotional reactions can either help or hinder you, depending on the memory or belief that's being activated. If you've experienced trauma or negativity in the past, your subconscious may keep bringing those feelings to the surface, even when you're not fully aware of it. However, by understanding the role of the subconscious, you can take control and reprogram these emotional responses, allowing you to react more positively and confidently in various situations. Why emotional reactions are linked to the subconscious. Emotional triggers. Your subconscious mind creates emotional triggers based on your experiences. For example, if you were once hurt by someone close to you, your subconscious may trigger feelings of sadness or distrust whenever you're in similar situations, even if there's no immediate danger. Automatic reactions. Many of your emotional responses are automatic. When something happens that reminds you of a past event, your subconscious mind recalls the emotion associated with that memory and triggers the same emotional response, whether it's fear, joy, or sadness, without you even thinking about it. Reprogramming emotions. The good news is, you can reprogram how you respond emotionally. By consciously changing the thoughts and beliefs you feed your subconscious, you can change your automatic emotional reactions to different situations. Example story 1. James had a fear of dogs ever since he was a child. When he was younger, he'd heard stories of dangerous dogs and had seen movies where dogs attacked people. Even though James had never been bitten or harmed by a dog, his subconscious mind connected dogs with danger. The moment he saw a dog, he would freeze, his heart would race, and his body would tense up with fear. One day, James decided to take control of his fear. Instead of avoiding dogs, he spent time with a calm, friendly dog owned by a friend. Each time he felt his fear rising, he practiced taking slow, deep breaths and told himself, "This dog is friendly. There's nothing to fear." Over time, James's subconscious began to link dogs with positive, calm feelings instead of fear. Eventually, he was able to walk past dogs without feeling anxious, and his fear of them disappeared completely. James reprogrammed his subconscious mind by changing his inner dialogue and exposure to new experiences. Now, instead of reacting with fear, he felt calm and safe around dogs. Example story 2. Lily had always been shy in social situations. Even at small gatherings, she would feel nervous and out of place. She avoided parties and events because of the discomfort she felt. Her subconscious mind had built a belief that social situations were stressful, and this belief made her shy away from them. However, after learning about how the subconscious mind influences emotions, Lily decided to take a different approach. She began practicing positive self-talk. Every morning she would say to herself, "I am confident. I enjoy meeting new people, and I have great conversations." In addition, she visualized herself at parties, laughing and having fun with others. Gradually, Lily's subconscious mind started to accept this new belief. She began to feel more confident in social situations, and before long, she found herself enjoying parties and gatherings that she would have previously avoided. Through consistent practice of positive self-talk and visualization, Lily transformed her emotional responses. Her subconscious mind now linked social gatherings with confidence and enjoyment, instead of anxiety. Example story 3. David was always nervous before interviews. Each time he had to interview for a job, his subconscious mind would bring up memories of past failures and rejections, causing his anxiety to spike. He would start thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "they won't hire me." These thoughts only intensified his fear and made the interview even more stressful. One day, David realized he needed to change his approach. Instead of focusing on his fears, he decided to take charge of his thoughts. He started visualizing himself succeeding in interviews. He imagined himself answering questions confidently, speaking clearly, and leaving the interview with a sense of accomplishment. David also began repeating positive affirmations such as, "I am prepared," and "I am the best candidate for this job." With time, David's subconscious mind began to change its reaction to interviews. He stopped associating them with anxiety and began to feel calm and confident before every interview. His improved mindset helped him perform better during interviews, and he eventually landed his dream job. By consciously reprogramming his subconscious, David transformed his emotional response to interviews, turning fear into confidence. Lesson 3. Using the subconscious mind for personal growth. The subconscious mind is an incredibly powerful tool that can help you unlock your true potential for personal growth. While the conscious mind is responsible for decision-making and logical thinking, the subconscious mind plays a much larger role in shaping your daily life, habits, and overall mindset. It operates in the background, constantly storing experiences, beliefs, and behaviors that influence how you approach the world. By understanding how the subconscious works, you can tap into its power to improve various aspects of your life. Whether you want to develop new skills, create positive habits, or change your mindset, the subconscious mind is an invaluable ally. The key is to reprogram it with positive thoughts, beliefs, and practices that align with your goals. How to use the subconscious for growth. Visualization. Visualization is a powerful technique that helps your subconscious mind accept and believe in your success. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving a goal or mastering a skill, your subconscious mind begins to align with that image. It starts to believe that success is possible, which motivates you to take the necessary steps toward achieving it. Affirmations. Repeating positive affirmations is a simple yet effective way to reprogram your subconscious mind. By consciously repeating affirmations that support your goals, you can replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. These affirmations help your subconscious mind accept new positive beliefs about yourself and your abilities. Habit formation. The subconscious mind is responsible for forming habits. Habits, whether good or bad, are stored and reinforced by the subconscious. By practicing new habits consistently, your subconscious mind will begin to accept them as part of your routine. Over time, these positive habits will become automatic and seamlessly integrate into your daily life. Example story 1. Mark had always been fascinated by the piano but struggled to learn how to play. He found it difficult to memorize the notes and rhythms, and the complexity of playing music overwhelmed him. Despite his enthusiasm, he was starting to lose confidence in his ability to learn. One night, after reading about the power of the subconscious mind, Mark decided to try something different. Instead of focusing solely on the mechanics of playing, he began using visualization techniques. Every night before going to bed, he closed his eyes and imagined himself playing the piano beautifully. He visualized his fingers moving effortlessly across the keys, playing with perfect timing and expression. He imagined the feeling of joy and accomplishment that came with playing a beautiful piece of music. As Mark continued this nightly practice, something remarkable began to happen. His subconscious mind started to accept the idea that playing the piano beautifully was possible. He noticed that when he sat down at the piano, his playing felt more natural. The notes and rhythms he had struggled with in the past began to fall into place. Mark's piano playing improved drastically as his subconscious mind began to align with the vision of success he had created. Eventually, Mark was able to play songs with confidence and skill, all thanks to the power of visualization. By using visualization, Mark helped his subconscious mind believe in his ability to succeed, which made his goal of learning to play the piano a reality. Example story 2. Jessica's life was often chaotic. She had a busy schedule and a lot of responsibilities, but no matter how hard she tried, she could never seem to stay organized. Her desk was always cluttered, her tasks were disorganized, and she felt constantly overwhelmed by the mess around her. Jessica knew she needed to change, but she didn't know where to start. After learning about the power of the subconscious mind, Jessica decided to focus on changing her approach to organization. She realized that her subconscious mind had formed a belief that chaos was just a part of her life, and that belief was affecting her ability to get organized. To change this, she decided to reprogram her subconscious mind using positive affirmations. Each day, Jessica started repeating the affirmation, "I am organized and in control." She also visualized herself working in a clean, tidy space, feeling calm and focused as she completed her tasks. At first, it felt like a struggle, but Jessica continued practicing the affirmations and visualizing her ideal environment every day. Over time, her subconscious mind began to accept the idea of being organized as a natural part of her identity. Slowly, Jessica started implementing organizational habits into her daily life. She began cleaning her desk at the end of each day, setting priorities for her tasks, and organizing her calendar with ease. As her subconscious mind adapted to these new beliefs, her environment transformed. Jessica no longer felt overwhelmed by chaos, and her productivity increased significantly. Through the combination of positive affirmations and visualization, Jessica was able to reprogram her subconscious mind and develop the habit of staying organized. Example story 3. Michael had always struggled with his health. He knew that he needed to exercise and eat better, but he couldn't find the motivation to make it a consistent part of his life. He would start a new diet or fitness routine, but after a few weeks, he would lose interest and fall back into his old habits. Michael felt frustrated, as if he had no control over his health. One day, Michael decided to approach the problem differently. Instead of forcing himself to make drastic changes, he decided to use his subconscious mind to help him build a healthier lifestyle. He began by visualizing himself as a fit, healthy person. Every morning, Michael took a few minutes to imagine himself waking up early, exercising, and preparing a healthy breakfast. He visualized himself feeling energized and confident as he took care of his body. In addition to visualization, Michael started repeating affirmations like, "I am strong and healthy," and "I enjoy taking care of my body." He said these affirmations aloud each day, reinforcing his new beliefs about health and fitness. Over the course of several weeks, Michael began to notice a shift. His subconscious mind had started to believe that living a healthy lifestyle was part of his identity. He found himself waking up earlier without feeling forced, exercising regularly, and making healthier food choices. What had once been a struggle was now a natural part of his routine. The more he practiced these new habits, the more they became automatic, and soon he didn't have to think about them at all. They were simply part of who he was. Michael's transformation was a direct result of using the power of his subconscious mind. By visualizing his success and repeating positive affirmations, he was able to reprogram his beliefs and create lasting, healthy habits. Lesson 4. The power of affirmations. Affirmations are an incredibly powerful tool that can help you reprogram your subconscious mind and create lasting change in your life. By repeating positive statements about yourself and your goals, you can begin to replace the negative, limiting beliefs that may be holding you back. These new positive beliefs are not just words. They can become deeply ingrained in your subconscious and influence your actions, behaviors, and overall mindset. The subconscious mind absorbs information from the thoughts, words, and images you expose it to. When you repeat affirmations consistently, you're sending a message to your subconscious that you are worthy of success, happiness, and achievement. Over time, this repetition begins to shift the way you think and act, aligning your conscious desires with the deep beliefs stored in your subconscious. Why affirmations work. Belief building. Affirmations help build new, empowering beliefs about yourself. The more you repeat these positive statements, the more your subconscious mind begins to accept them as true. These beliefs then shape your actions and influence the way you approach challenges. Confidence. Positive affirmations are incredibly effective for boosting self-confidence. When you repeatedly tell yourself that you are capable, strong, and worthy, you begin to feel more confident in your abilities. This confidence empowers you to take action toward your goals and face challenges head-on. Mindset shift. One of the most profound effects of affirmations is the ability to shift your mindset from negative to positive. By focusing on what you can achieve instead of what you can't, you train your subconscious to see opportunities rather than obstacles. This shift in perspective is essential for personal growth and achieving success. Example story 1. Rachel had always struggled with low self-esteem. She grew up in an environment where she was often told she wasn't good enough, and this belief had followed her into adulthood. Rachel had big dreams of landing her dream job in marketing, but she couldn't shake the feeling that she wasn't qualified enough. Despite having the right skills and education, she believed she didn't deserve the opportunity. One day, Rachel came across the idea of affirmations. She decided to give them a try, hoping it could help shift her mindset. She started saying to herself every day, "I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to, and I am worthy of success." At first, it felt strange, and she didn't fully believe the words. But she kept repeating them every morning before starting her day. And slowly, she began to feel a shift. As the days went by, Rachel noticed a change in her confidence. She felt more empowered to apply for jobs she once thought were out of her reach. She updated her resume with confidence and sent out applications to several top companies. A few weeks later, Rachel was called for an interview with her dream company. When she walked into the interview room, she felt calm, assured, and ready. After the interview, she was offered the job she had always wanted. By consistently repeating the affirmations and gradually changing her belief system, Rachel transformed her self-doubt into self-assurance, ultimately landing the job of her dreams. Example story 2. John had been running his own small business for a few years, but he struggled with self-doubt. Despite putting in the hard work, he didn't believe he had what it took to become a truly successful entrepreneur. He often found himself second-guessing his decisions and fearing failure, which led him to hesitate when making important business decisions. After learning about the power of affirmations, John decided to try them to boost his confidence. He started saying, "I am a successful entrepreneur," every morning. He would repeat this phrase during his morning routine, reminding himself of his strengths and capabilities. At first, John didn't see immediate changes, but he kept up with his practice. Over time, he began to notice that his mindset was shifting. He stopped doubting his abilities and started taking bolder steps in his business. He confidently raised his prices, expanded his product offerings, and began networking more effectively. The shift in his subconscious belief had a profound effect on his actions. His business started to grow, and he attracted more customers who believed in his vision. Within a year, John's business had doubled in size, and he was recognized as a leader in his industry. His consistent practice of affirmations helped him believe in his abilities, which led him to take actions that directly contributed to his success. Example story 3. Olivia was always overwhelmed by the amount of tasks she had to manage each day. From work deadlines to personal errands, she felt like she was constantly drowning in a sea of to-do lists. She knew that her lack of organization was preventing her from being as productive as she could be, but she didn't know where to start. One afternoon, Olivia decided to try using affirmations to change her mindset. She began repeating, "I am organized and productive," every day before work. She also visualized herself working in a clean, organized space where everything was in order. At first, she didn't see much change, but she continued to practice. After a few weeks, Olivia began noticing small shifts in her behavior. She started tackling tasks more efficiently and with a clearer sense of direction. She created a daily routine that helped her stay on track, and she became more focused and intentional about managing her time. Olivia's subconscious mind had started to accept the belief that she could be organized, and as a result, her daily habits and productivity improved significantly. Within a few months, Olivia found herself feeling much more in control of her time. She no longer felt overwhelmed by her tasks, and her work and personal life became more balanced. The power of affirmations helped her reprogram her subconscious mind, allowing her to form new habits and become more organized in every area of her life. Lesson 5. Overcoming limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are negative thoughts or self-imposed limitations that prevent you from reaching your true potential. These beliefs often take root in the subconscious mind during childhood or throughout various life experiences. They can be formed from past failures, societal expectations, or the opinions of others. These beliefs become so ingrained that they influence how you perceive your capabilities and the opportunities you pursue. For example, if you've repeatedly been told that you're not good enough or that certain goals are impossible for you, these thoughts can become deeply embedded in your subconscious, dictating how you approach challenges. Limiting beliefs can make you feel like you're stuck, unable to move forward, or that certain achievements are simply out of reach. The good news is that limiting beliefs are not permanent. With awareness, effort, and the right techniques, you can overcome them and unlock your true potential. By changing the way you think about yourself and the world around you, you can break free from the chains of limiting beliefs and step into a life of success and fulfillment. How to overcome limiting beliefs. Identify the belief. The first step in overcoming a limiting belief is to become aware of it. Recognize the negative thoughts or beliefs that are holding you back. These might be thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "I'm not capable of succeeding," or "this is too difficult for me." The key is to identify the belief that's preventing you from moving forward in your life. Challenge the belief. Once you've identified the limiting belief, it's time to challenge it. Ask yourself, is this belief really true? Look for evidence that contradicts this belief. Often, limiting beliefs are based on past experiences that are no longer relevant or accurate. By challenging the belief, you can start to see that it isn't necessarily the truth. Replace the belief. After identifying and challenging the limiting belief, it's time to replace it with a positive and empowering one. Use affirmations, visualization, and other techniques to reprogram your subconscious mind. Replace the negative belief with one that supports your growth and success. Over time, this new belief will begin to shape your actions and thoughts, helping you move toward your goals with confidence. Example story 1. Lisa had always struggled with self-doubt. From a young age, she was told that she wasn't a natural leader and that she was better suited for supportive roles. This belief stuck with her throughout her career. Despite having the skills and experience, Lisa never pursued leadership positions because she didn't believe she was capable of leading others. She felt that being a leader was something reserved for those who were born with natural leadership qualities. One day, after learning about the power of the subconscious mind and limiting beliefs, Lisa realized that her fear of leadership was rooted in an old belief she had about herself. She knew that to advance in her career and reach her full potential, she needed to change her mindset. Lisa began using affirmations to replace her limiting belief. Every day she would repeat, "I am a confident leader," and "I am capable of leading others." She also started visualizing herself in leadership roles, confidently leading meetings and making decisions. Over time, Lisa's subconscious mind began to accept these new beliefs. She started taking on more leadership responsibilities at work, and eventually, her hard work paid off. Lisa was promoted to a leadership position. Lisa's story is a perfect example of how identifying, challenging, and replacing limiting beliefs can lead to personal and professional growth. By changing her mindset, Lisa was able to step into her true potential as a leader. Example story 2. David had always believed that he wasn't athletic. Throughout his childhood, he was often the last to be picked for sports teams, and he developed the belief that he wasn't coordinated or fit enough to be good at sports. This belief persisted into adulthood. Even though David knew that staying active and healthy was important, he avoided exercise and sports because he believed he just wasn't athletic. One day, David came across a story about someone who had started running in their 40s and had completed a marathon. Inspired, he decided to challenge his belief that he couldn't be athletic. He began by replacing his limiting belief with a new affirmation: "I am capable of improving my fitness." David also visualized himself becoming stronger, running, and enjoying physical activity. He started small, going for short walks and gradually increasing his physical activity. With each small success, David's belief in his abilities grew. Over time, he began to enjoy exercise and felt more confident in his body. He went from avoiding physical activity to regularly running and even participating in 5K races. David's transformation shows that limiting beliefs, such as "I'm not athletic," can be overcome with the right mindset. By replacing this limiting belief with a positive affirmation and taking consistent action, David was able to unlock his potential and improve his fitness. Example story 3. Chloe had always dreamed of speaking Spanish fluently. However, every time she thought about learning the language, she would tell herself, "I'm too old to learn a new language." Chloe had heard people say that language acquisition becomes harder as you age, and this belief took root in her subconscious mind. She believed that learning Spanish was something only younger people could do. One day, Chloe heard about someone in their 60s who had successfully learned a new language and was traveling the world. Inspired by their story, Chloe decided to challenge her belief. She realized that age shouldn't be a barrier to learning, and that she could still achieve her dream of speaking Spanish. Chloe began replacing her limiting belief with the affirmation, "I can learn a new language at any age." She also visualized herself confidently speaking Spanish with native speakers. With time and consistent practice, Chloe's Spanish improved. She soon felt comfortable having conversations, and her confidence grew as she traveled and interacted with Spanish speakers. Chloe's story is a great example of how limiting beliefs about age can hold us back. By replacing this limiting belief with a positive affirmation, Chloe overcame her self-imposed limitations and achieved her dream of learning Spanish. Overcoming limiting beliefs is essential for unlocking your true potential. These beliefs can hold you back from achieving your goals and living the life you deserve. By identifying, challenging, and replacing these beliefs, you can reprogram your subconscious mind to support your growth and success. The power to change your beliefs lies within you, and with consistent effort, you can break free from the limitations holding you back and create a life full of possibilities. Conclusion: your subconscious mind holds immense power in shaping the course of your life. While it operates largely in the background, it influences nearly every aspect of your existence: your thoughts, emotions, actions, and even your success. What you believe about yourself and the world around you is largely determined by the beliefs and patterns that reside deep within your subconscious. This is why understanding and harnessing the power of your subconscious mind is so crucial for personal growth and achievement. When you learn how your subconscious mind works, you gain the ability to take control of your thoughts and beliefs, transforming them into tools for success. Whether you're looking to overcome fears, break free from limiting beliefs, develop new habits, or boost your confidence, the subconscious mind can be your greatest ally. By reprogramming the subconscious with positive thoughts, affirmations, and visualization, you can align your internal beliefs with your goals, leading to profound transformations in your life. Visualization, as you learned, allows you to create mental images of success, which your subconscious mind then uses as a guide to making those goals a reality. By vividly imagining yourself achieving what you desire, your subconscious mind begins to accept these goals as achievable, fueling your motivation to take the necessary actions. Affirmations are another powerful tool for shaping your subconscious mind. By consistently repeating positive affirmations, you can replace negative, limiting beliefs with empowering ones. These new beliefs influence your actions and help you build confidence in your abilities. As your subconscious mind absorbs these affirmations, they begin to shape how you see yourself and the world, ultimately helping you take more positive steps toward success. Finally, positive thinking plays an essential role in reprogramming your subconscious mind. By focusing on what you can do rather than what you can't, you shift your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. This mindset shift has a ripple effect on every area of your life, whether you're working toward career goals, personal development, or emotional well-being. Remember, transforming your life through the power of your subconscious mind doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent practice, patience, and persistence. However, every small step you take to reprogram your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions brings you closer to living a life of purpose and fulfillment. If you found this video helpful and enjoyed learning about the power of your subconscious mind, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share it with others who may benefit from this information. Your support means a lot, and it helps me continue to create content that empowers you to reach your potential. Keep harnessing the power of your subconscious, and stay committed to your personal growth. With time, the positive changes you've begun will transform into lasting success and fulfillment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.